Hey dreamers, this is Jechta Plays, and today we're going to continue with the fireplace. At least more of the room itself now, I hope. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in this video, but I'm trying to explain a little bit of what you can expect, what's coming in this video, in this coming hour, what we're going to sculpt in dreams. I did some like really quickly stuff in the last videos with the wall we're using. I might maybe reuse the wall, but I'm not going to maybe reuse the stone. I don't like it. It looks weird, and especially if it's like so stretched out. It looks like it's, I don't know, it loses a lot of like detail, and I'm not going to do that. Also the floor, I think I'm going to recreate it just for the purpose. Not really sure how I'm going to do it yet. I'm thinking of wood structure, of a wood like a wood structure on the ground. I need to see what I want to do with that. I have no idea yet. And also what I've been thinking of is to make a window, and that window is showing some snow in the distance in the background at nighttime. It's nighttime in this scene. And because it's cozy and stuff like that, and it's a bit it's snowing outside, maybe with some forest in the background, with some distant fog and stuff like that, like it's very mist and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully not all of that in this video, but that's the way you can still expect what's coming ahead. And once we have done that, I think we can go closely and surely to do the props a little bit, like the socks and the round thing that I forgot the name of again, with the letter, with the candles inside. And so that's what we're going to do after all that. So we are going to like make it more like alive, such something like that. And yeah, so that's what you're gonna expect from this video, at least not this video, but what's still in the making or in the planning to do. Without further ado, let's go back into sculpting, shall we? And for that, let me remove this camera. Don't really need it. Yeah, I'm not going to reuse all this. Oh, that was a little bit too much. Like, I'm not going to do this simply because, like, you'll see it already uses 6% of like graphics turnover, and that's a little bit too much in my taste to if I have to be honest. The wall I can still reuse. That's totally fine. I think also the wooden stuff between that I can reuse. That's totally fine. But what I am going to reuse is let me pull this up a little bit more. So what I am going to use is is the wall itself, like the beige wall. That's what we're going to use. You're not going to see this anymore because there will be a ceiling going on, like something like here. That's where the ceiling is happening, so you're not going to see that as much. But we're not going to do it in here, I think. Actually, it was maybe not so bad. It was not so bad, actually, what we did now. Let me do it like this. And I'll just, for the sake of... let me just do this manually. Ooh. I mean, I guess. Maybe, yeah, maybe it needs to be a little bit higher, like here. So this makes sense a little bit. I do see that. Yeah, but if I want to do it like this, we need one here as well. Let's not do that with precise move. Let's just keep it on grid so it stays perfectly. So something like this. I'm not going to show you the whole room in the scene. So we're going to have just the illusion that it's just a old fireplace and like an old like location and stuff like that. But it's like with reusing the wood structure. Now the other thing that I was talking about is that like I want to have some stone like texture on this, and I need to see how how am I going to do this. I do have an idea how to tackle it, because like it was also maybe the first idea how to make the fireplace, but I turned that into completely something different. But maybe I'm just going to do that with the stone wall. So first of all, we're going to paste a thing here, and I want to have it in mirror mode. No, we're not going to do this in mirror mode. No, we're not doing it. No, I need to do it completely manual. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a stone shape already, and let me explain what I mean. So if we use so we need a little bit subblend for this. So if we have like, I'm just gonna have a little bit more playful. A little bit more playful stone, and we're going to. This was like the first idea that I had in mind. Now, the problem is going to be it's when I want to clone this. Okay, no, that works. Okay, that does work. Okay, that's super nice. Okay, that's like, okay, I wasn't really expecting that was going to work, to be honest. I thought maybe it was like hitting what I did on here. It was also affecting on the other one. But luckily that is not the case. Now, this is going to be a little bit more challenging because like I need to have each stone. Oh, let me not use bit anymore. And yeah, because like when you're using subblend, it also affects the other one as well. And that is really something we do not want. But yeah, we're going to fill this whole thing with these type of stones. And then like we place that like against this wall. That is the idea. That is also kind of how I wanted to make. Maybe I'm going to reuse some of it to like it was like also my first idea to make this. I'm probably going to maybe reuse it in some form to make this a little bit more, I don't know, popping out still. I feel that like it still needs some touches here and there with its design. It's by design. Yeah, it's oh, we need to do, yeah, I need to do it one by one. It's a little bit like time consuming a little bit, this part, sadly, but I think in the end, once we are yeah, it's a little bit sad, like of course, like yeah, that, oh, not sad, but like this takes really a lot of this is like time consuming for sure. And this is going to be, oh, there's maybe one thing I was like maybe make it a little bit thinner, but I think I would keep it. I would keep it like this. It's got to be a challenge. That's for sure. Especially if you're coming into places like this here. Like, there is an easier way to tackle maybe this, and that's just like making it one sculpt, or make every stone one sculpt, which is not very ideal to do that, because like if you're approaching that type of way to do it or tackle it, and maybe I do need to make it a little bit. Wait 1 sec. Let's make it a little bit smaller. I have a little bit more to work around with. But yeah, if you're trying to make this, for example, like each stone is separate sculpted, you're not going to be like super happy about it. Because like if you do that, your gameplay thermo is going to rise up high in the sky rocket. I often I sometimes see people still doing it, and I really want to like telling you guys, don't do it. Really don't do it, because like you will end up in with a scene that you're like going to hit the amount of thermo that you can use in Dreams. Of course, it depends on if you want a PlayStation 4 or 5. Oh no, that's not. I don't think that's true. By the way, I think that the amount is still the same, because like it still needs to run on the PlayStation 4 as well. So forget what I said there. But I think it's just that like if you're not aware of that, yeah, it's the easiest way out. You can just like make everything new, but it is of course what I also can do, by the way. I may be thinking way too hard for this. I'm thinking way too hard for this to do this. I think I can do it like this. And then we don't have to worry about like, okay, like then the shape is like, yeah, definitely maybe something like it looks obvious that we did something like this, but let me yeah. Ah, well, I'm just going to continue doing this. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's sadly a little bit of like time consuming thing on this. Sadly, like of course you want to be efficiently as possible to do stuff in Dreams. Like this is what I mean. Like if you want to be close to the servers, like we have to be. I don't know. This looks very weird, by the way. I don't want to lose its feel of a stone. That's better, maybe. Yeah, it's a little bit more time consuming, but I think once we have something, I think then we can like reuse its purpose. Now I know that these are like bigger holes, but I kind of like it. It's just like randomly placed stones. Although I think that this one still needs to have a little bit more love on the shape. Sometimes it's very satisfying to watch the. Let me shape it a little bit differently. Let's see if we can cut it out a little bit more, like so. And of course, like once we have done this, I'm going to place a background, of course, like a wall in between, so we can like paint everything over. It's going to be super fun. I don't really know, like, yeah, we do need a lot of like stones here, like, this is it is time consuming, absolutely. But we have no other choice. well, we have other choices. Not that you are. It's not that you are like stuck with only one way to do things in dreams. Like you have multiple way to do it. Luckily, like of course it's not maybe the only way. That you can also use like flags and stuff like that. People would probably already wondering that, like why not making it in flags. Well, I kind of like sculpting a little bit better because like it looks more real, even though I'm not going for realism, but it looks a little bit more like in 3D stuff. And while you're going to use flag, it looks a little bit more of like paint, basically. And I don't want to go for that. I don't want to go for that style. There's nothing wrong with it. Like you can use, of course, like a little bit more paint looking on that. It's totally fine. But it really depends on what type of art style you're going for. And if I'm going to use too much flex, I can like blend in maybe here and there a little bit of flex. I mean, like the sculpt itself is made out of flex, so technically speaking. But with strokes, I mean, like, yeah, it's not really my type of style that I want to go for. But if you want to go for something like that, I would say go ahead and do that. No one is stopping you. But keep in mind that if you want to like stay true to a certain art style, yeah, be mindful about that. There are really going to be a lot of like big spaces in between, which is not really very ideal to me. I am maybe going to reconsider how I'm going to do this. Let me do really something quickly on the other side before I'm actually going to continue. Like sculpting and doing things in dreams, it's often trial and error. It's yeah, there's like it's often like trial and error with doing things in dreams. I'm going to try something different here and see if this is a better approach. Because like most of the things that I like show on my YouTube or do in dreams, it's often things for the very first time. I never sculpt things twice the same time. So every item that I do in dreams has a is a different prop. Okay, so I'm going to try to do something a little bit different here. I could also like and then make the let's see how this is going to look. I have no idea. I have no idea if this is going to work what I had in mind. But we can also do like something like this. And then sculpt stones out of this plane, basically. Is that a better idea? I don't know. I think we maybe have the same issue. I don't know. Nah, let's not go for that. It's just that like, it's just like that you have sometimes you come in situations and you don't know if it's going to work out or not. And like I said, you need to like do a lot of like trial and error. And I kind of want to make it a little bit more closer in the in the corners here, because like, I don't like. I mean, like, it's fine that there are some bigger spaces. You could let me know in the comments if do you have a better approach for this, if you're doing something like this. I wonder if people come up with other ideas. But yeah, for me, it's just like I think that this is the best way to do it. Because at the moment right now I cannot really find a good other solution than this, and I think I'm going to close the cap down here as well. I think if we pay a little bit more attention to some parts of the sculpt, I think we can make quite lovely stones in between. So like I don't mind if there's like if there's like a gap here and there, or like a bigger cap, because that's basically the style that I want to go for anyway. But I also don't want to go to like too far. Like it still needs to be a little bit closer like this. And I think this is already a lot better than what we had before. I might tweak still maybe the shape of some stones here. This will looks the. I don't want to make it too wobbly, because like I lose then. Let me kind of want to redo this part. Oh, because like I kind of want to make that like, yes, stone is not really perfectly round, or like at least not these type of stepping stones. Although it's not really a stepping stone, but it's more of like placed against the wall. Let me stretch this out a little bit. Make it a little bit more flat. So we have a little bit more stone to cover. And then we can make it a little bit more rounder as well. I would say something like this. I think that's already a lot better than what we had before. And now we all need to continue doing this. Like I said, it's time consuming. It's definitely time consuming. But once we have placed a bunch of these things, I can maybe I mean, then we only need to fill in only one gap. We only need to fill this gap here with stones. So if we have covered, maybe it's smart to place it a little bit close to this here, so we know how much we need to add on this. But we only need to fill in the cap. It doesn't really, like, it's not really that much that we need to fill in, because like the ground is already here. So let me quickly paint a ground so I know where it stops. So not further than there. So not further than there. That's like 7%, by the way. So yes. So here. So this is like it's not too bad. It's not definitely not too bad. Like we almost done. We almost done. I'll need to reshape this again, because like I went out of the sculpt. Something I wish Media Molecule was going to add. Like they did have a survey at the moment of recording this. They had a survey of how happy you are in dreams, and I put some suggestions, and I hope they will implement it, because like it's such a feature that I really wish it was there already. I'm talking about presets of cutting, which you already did. So for example, I make now a certain like cut with this shape, and if I go outside of the sculpt and I go back in, then the shape of that is gone and I need to redo it. And I kind of want to have like an option saying here preset cuttings, and maybe get like five presets or something like that, and then it's saved for that scene, or maybe in general, like in that you can save it for every new creation you're doing. and it will, because like sometimes you're nailing it with a certain with a certain shape that you have come up with, and then like yeah, you have to find it again because it's gone when you're going back into the scope. It's something that I wish that Medium Molecule was going to. I'm not sure if it's like code wise like possible or something like that. That I don't know. I mean, like I'm not a coder, but it's definitely something I would really love to see. So yeah, meanwhile you now you don't have to do things for me, but it's just that like there are still some features here and there that I would love to see implemented in the future, and I did some suggestions in that survey, and but overall I was you may know I am very happy and pleased with Dreams in general. I think Dreams is a wonderful tool, and I'm enjoying it. Like if you didn't know already, I am enjoying it. Okay, this one we need to because I kind of want to have an extra stone here in the center. So just going to make this a little bit smaller, like so. Like that. So I want to have like a tiny little stone here. But yeah, I'm super happy with Dreams. And do I think that Dreams can still improve a lot of things? Of course. Like there's always room for improvements in any like software or or hardware, or so yes, there's always improvements. Like nothing has been, there's no thing in the world that's been finished, or it can always like, of course you can sometimes like keep your hands off something. Sometimes you don't want to touch too long on something if you work on it. But I think in Dreamwise, I think yes, it can still it still have room for improvements, and often like I would see features like more smaller features. For me, like I don't really, I'm not really a needy type of person, so I don't need much. But there are small, very small little things that I miss in Dreams, and it's simple stuff like more different shapes and forms that you can work around with, like an actual real triangle shape. We don't have that. It's a really shame, but it's why I'm saying like triangle, you can of course make a triangle in Dreams in one shape. There's a shape that looks a little bit like that, but it doesn't work like that. Like you have here, and we'll show it. For example, you have the wedge, the famous wedge, right? That is, it looks like it's a triangle at first, right? This looks like a triangle, but if you're going to want to shape it, right, it loses that triangle shape, and that's because like I'm already like happy with like the proportion way of like doing this wedge. I know that the wedge is very like a triangle shape, but what I mean is like when it doesn't like, it doesn't want to like, I don't know, I don't really like this. There's probably maybe other ways to do with grabbing points. Like you can of course like have different grabbing points. That's probably maybe working, but I don't know. Control skill, but no, it still focus on a point of. So yeah, I'm not really pleased with. Oh no, now I of course. Oh shit. Okay. But yeah, I'm not really like pleased with like how the wedge is working. But not only a wedge, I think that we still miss other shapes. Now you can use a lot of shapes already, like the shapes that you have here. I think you can already work around with it quite a lot. I mean, people have been making, and including me, I'm doing fine. Also here with the rounded cube, for example, like the round cube. I kind of wish there was an option to say I want to have the round cube with a different angle of the roundness. So for example, I'm not really using this shape much because like I don't like it. Because like no matter like how big or small you are making it, the angle of point A and point B to this place keeps the same. Or like the curve. I mean, the curve, the amount of curve that's being used keeps the same. So you can never make like something like I want to have it till here, like that the curve is only like 5% or something like that. And those like tiny little things I really would love to see implemented in Dreams. Just like having a little bit of like the control over the shape that you're using. Again, it's tiny little things. It's not like super like it's not like it's something that I super miss it, but I'm it's not that I am like whining about it, because like I can already like basically sculpt everything what I want in Dreams with the shapes that we have. But I think with like sometimes you want to like speed up some process, and then you're missing, yeah, you miss stuff. And I kind of want to work as most efficiently as possible in Dreams. And yeah, sometimes you have to, yeah, I don't know. There you go. That's a really weird stone, but nah. I'm not really sure if I'm not sure if I'm liking this, to be honest. It looks a little bit weird, but I might come back to this later on. Because yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. So I think we need the stone over here still. We need a stone over there. Put it up a little bit, and we need a stone over here, but I will do that later. So we're almost done. It's not like it's. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer. Work around with, but it's not too bad. But yeah, just like a little bit more control over the shapes. That would be really nice. And besides that, I think I don't really need much more. I think maybe liquid is something that I would really want to see. Like for example, what they did with Little Big Planet. We didn't have water in Little Big Planet 1, for example, and they added water in Little Big Planet 2, right? But I kind of want to see. Maybe more licorice type of thing being added. And yes, you can make water with flags, and you can make water with sculpts, and like yes, there is already ways to do it, but I want more. I want more ways to do things. And I think that's maybe what I missed the most. So a lot of people saying like ray tracing. I think that ray tracing is just like, I don't know, a marketing like don't get me wrong, sometimes it looks great, but I'm not really a big fan of ray tracing. At least at the moment now with video games, it looks like mirror instead of actually real life reflection. It doesn't really often looks like it's like, yeah, I don't like it. I hope maybe someday they will implement it a little bit better in the engines with ray tracing, but currently I'm not really a big fan of like how ray tracing works in video games. And I play some other video games on my computer, and if I look there, I'm like, nah. I rather want to have it out. I want to like play without ray tracing. Also because like maybe my PC cannot always handle 60 FPS with epic settings and ray tracing. But besides that, I still don't like it. I still don't like how it feels. I'm still not really a big fan of that. And do I want to see reflection in Dreams? I do want to see normal reflection in Dreams. So what I mean is not like ray tracing, like scrap ray tracing in Dreams. Like, I don't need that. But I really want to have normal reflections. There are reflections, but I mean that you can still see some, like, the stone, like, projecting to this here. That would be really awesome. And that is not what ray tracing means, by the way. Like, reflection has already been there since, like, the 80s and the 90s. Like, ray tracing is only like a new technology doing actual casting the overall world into a material. There's a little bit difference, but reflection already existed for a very long time. A lot of developers used it a little bit as a fake reflection. So they used like a texture, like somewhere in the world, and that texture they screenshot or basically like from a level, and they put it as a reflection. That was a very cheap way to do that. They're still doing it, by the way. The day of now, like, there are still developers doing it that way. But do I want to see reflection? Yeah, maybe. But it's just that, like, I think that I don't really need per se ray tracing reflection. I don't need that in Dreams, per se. But I mean, like, if they can ever implement it, now, of course, not on the PlayStation 4, of course, no. But if it's going to be ever on the PlayStation 5, I think, sure, it would be nice to have it. And I would agree. But I personally don't really need it as much. But let me know in the comments. Do you really want to have ray tracing in Dreams? Is this something that you are, like, really want to oh, there's something that I forgot to do. Or I'm going outside of the creation, which is not really a smart thing to do. Because I see that, like, it needs to be like, yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. The only thing is that we need to close the gap with is that oh yeah, I did it right. There you go. So close the gap with that. Looks like a little bit weird here, but oh well. So that, like, is still like, yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly how I designed it. It's by design. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. I mean, like, yes, I can of course like pull it against the wall. It's something I can do, but I think I'm going to leave it like this because, like, I already designed that it can do it like that. So we don't need to, and then I don't have to worry about cutting the stone out in a certain shape, so I can reuse this into all those other parts. That's why I was doing it. Okay, now I went outside of the scope, so I need to oh no, it does. Okay, I take my words back. It does memorize it because, like, we didn't use it elsewhere. I didn't shape somewhere else the shape already, so my mistake. I make sometimes errors as well. I think only one more, and then I still wanna redo this little thing here. So not really a fan of that. And I think I'm just going to cut this completely out and back like so. And I will see what we maybe make it one big stone here. So we don't have to deal with but yeah, this is kind of what I had in mind. And then we need, of course, like a background stuff. Then we're going to paint over it. So that's what we are doing. That's what we are going to do. I'm really going to cut these things away here, so I have a really better shape again. That's a lot better, by the way. It's a lot better. Yeah, this is a lot better. Maybe this point still needs to be a little bit more round up. There we go. Yes. My Bob Ross voice is in my head is saying something again. It's like, there we go. There we go. One of like booty piece here. There we go. That's that was my Bob Ross imitation. If you want me to do more imitations, like other famous people, artists, let me know. I can do it. Okay, so if I can make this a little bit. I think I'm done. I might maybe thinking to do here still a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. And then maybe also one in the corner here. So I can maybe like flip it around. So I can like do it like this, for example. Oh, I see, by the way, that that's very sloppy. Sloppy. Let's not do what I did just now. Oh, no. I was talking about this. That was very sloppy of me. Let's not do that. Let's just cut this out. But yeah, like, and then we can just like move it around and stuff like that. Let's see here as well. Okay, nice. And we can make it maybe a little bit bigger as well. I don't know. There's possibilities here. We can make it like flip it a little bit, or like, yeah, like I will play around with this. I'm talking again a little bit too much, so I'm sorry, guys. Okay, now we need to do it like this, and then so we are going to cut this thing here out. I want to shape it in a form that I want. Like so. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Am I doing something here in the corner, or am I going to leave it like? I'm going to leave it like that, to be honest. I think I'm done with this. Let me first check if everything looks okay around the corners. Yes, it does. So what we're going to do right now is, what is smart? What is smart? I think maybe going to I think, yeah, that doesn't matter. I was thinking maybe I'll do like already paint the stones first, but it doesn't really that matter. I think like I can do it like this. It's totally fine. Totally fine. So we're going to put some background to the stones so we can paint it. A little bit more down. Stamp it in place. That was 3%, by the way. But yeah, it is what it is. Might be a little bit more closer. Like so. That was -2, so that's even better. Alright, so now we have and let me okay. I do see something. Oh, yeah. I don't like. It's not that it matters too much, but oh, this works pretty well, by the way. Yeah, we only need to. What we only need to do then, it's this. There's a little bit more room to. The reason why it says +4 is because like we have, because of that. So if we now do like this, it continues, right? And even if I flip it around, it still feels perfectly that it's continuation of. So it doesn't feel like we are in a cloning pattern because it's doing other things. So I kind of like that, to be honest. And now you also know what my attention was with the wall design, and this is exactly what I was planning to do. And I really was also like thinking of the same design as I wanted to do this here. I might maybe still going to do it, but if we're doing that, we will rise graphics. But I have been thinking of it, but it's just it's like, and I might probably need to do a little bit more manually on this. I have been thinking to do it like this. To shape the fireplace like this as well, of course, like with the texture on it. But I think maybe that will pops a little bit more out and blend in better in the environment. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually like being the case here, but yeah, I think that first the best option is to start painting the walls and then see how and what. Now the graphics turbo is rising up like crazy. I am really well aware of that. Of course we can lower, like I know that this is like super high. Like we can like lower the quality a little bit. We're not going to focus too much on that wall anyway. I don't want to touch the fireplace itself. Actually, we're going to increase it in the original creation. Let me. Can I do this? I don't think that will do much. No, 29%, man. 29%. Oh, that's also because of this here. That was 7. Fair enough. That was really a big one as well. I know that the fireplace is super high. The fireplace is one of the highest ones. So now we are like 16% of the whole scene. So yeah, we can reduce like the quality. When I'm like done with the whole scene, I'm probably not going to do this. I don't want to lose quality. I actually want to rise up the quality, because I want to make the scene very lovely and very alive and stuff like that. So and by doing that we need we need yeah, we need, of course, the like a good looking, sharper looking way. But I think maybe this is not a bad idea to implement these stones a little bit on this thing here. I think if we're doing it a little bit right, so blend it in a little bit better, and of course with painting, I think that can look quite nice. I have to see though. This is not a guarantee that I will do it, but it gives a little bit more of like a better structure on its overall design. There we go. We'll delete that. So 15%. So we did it halfway. We probably can go further if you want to. Like the stones are also still quite high. Even though it didn't do much anymore. 1%. And now we are losing a lot of quality. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Like I said, I want to still keep a little bit of the quality here and there. Yeah, I don't think I can do elsewhere much. Oh. Maybe these things here. These things don't really need to have be high quality. Because like we already have text gadget over it anyway, so you're not going to see it as much. I mean, look at that. We are like 11%. I think that's really good, by the way. And now we can like increase the fireplace again. Because the fireplace is actually like the eye candy for any, like that's like the main focus part is going to be the fireplace. And I don't want to make the fireplace is going to be too like too soft looking. So 17%. And then with the walls and stuff like that. Of course, it's going to rise up eventually again. Because like, and this one is still there. So 16%. I don't think it's too bad. For a sharper looking scene, it's not too bad. That's a lot of room still that we... And just because like we are not going to have it as a gameplay element or anything like that. We're going to use it, of course, for just a scene with a camera in it. So we don't really have to look around much anyway. So yeah, that's like a little bit of like something I want to go for. Like this. Nice. Look at that. I'm really happy with how it looks right now. Go. Make sure we're not really seeing the border as much. Nice. So yeah, this is a little bit of like the idea, what I had in mind. Of course, with a better background, with a better floor still. We're going to decorate the whole place, of course, as well. We're going to do props. We're adding props. We have fire candle or candles, basically, to make it more Christmas feeling, because like it's very surreal right now. It doesn't really feel like Christmas, of course, but we're going to add a more Christmas feel to this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to paint the stones on the wall, on the back wall still. Maybe I'm going to reuse that in the fireplace itself to have a little bit more popping out of the scene. But I think slowly but surely we will get there, and I definitely cannot wait to eventually finish this whole project. It's been a long journey, and I'm very sorry if you are still with me. Sorry for all the long videos, but I really hope that you enjoyed so far. It's let me know if you like this or not. I'm going to leave it here for this now. The next video we're going to continue with the stone pad, and we're going to paint over it and make it even better than it is right now. So, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. And as always, don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye-bye.